Home is a word made of just 4 letters. Home. Like any small thing, it's easy to throw it around, take it for granted, misplace it in the way we forget our keys on the dining table or our right AirPod between the folds of our blankets. Yet, between these letters, we find an infinite space of meaning. Within the English language alone, home is attached to an abundance of sayings, like
home is where the heart is.
And
there's no place like home.
And it's so common that to ask the question, what is home, is like untangling a knot that has no beginning and no end. Still, I'll try anyways. And by that, I mean I asked Google. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary for home produces a number of definitions. First, and most obviously, home is residence. It's 4 walls, a rooftop, a door, a window. It's the place you come back to at the end of a long day and kick off your shoes, drop your bags at the door, rush to bed in a hurry to lie back and relax. Oh wait, it's also the place you haven't left for a year.
We're following the breaking pandemic news. The United States just topped 9 million confirmed coronavirus cases. The number of Americans...
By now, we've passed the 365-day mark. It's strange and scary how much has happened beyond our windows when it feels like time has slowed to a stop.
So help you God, so help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President.
The clock tells us nothing. It cannot keep track of the amount of times we've stared at our screens into the night, watching the unimaginable unfold in pixels. Every 24 hours, the clock resets. We go to sleep, we wake up, and we do it all again.
Stay inside, 'cause
Of course, many of us aren't isolated in our routine. After all, what is home without the people that make it up? The second definition of home is a social unit formed by a family living together. When I think of family living, I think of the kitchen table. For many of us who come from immigrant families, our parents lead busy lives, rushing back and forth between jobs to make ends meet. It can be hard to find time or reason to do our living together. But throughout my life, I think I've learned love best at the kitchen table. For some families, meals are the only time they have to sit down together. To share a meal is to share a connection, to remember that our lives are tethered to each other, even when we are split by generations of difference and occupy worlds apart. Actually, my family don't eat together often, but I was lucky enough to grow up eating my mother's cooking almost every day. Even when she was busy, she would be sure to cook a dish or two before she left for work. Even in absence, food echoed her presence. And in a bigger way, food echoes history. It echoes our roots. The third definition of home is a place of origin. So, where are you from? No, really, where are you from? No doubt some of us, if not most of us, have heard this question before. For those born here on US soil, we're adamant that we are from here, America, the US of A, maybe even born in a hospital room within the state of California. We are rightfully angry when we answer because this question is a statement of exclusion, of a disbelief that a body like ours can call America our birthright. But as Vietnamese Americans, our bodies are marked by America. Our bodies, the bodies of our families, are marked by struggle, by tragedy, by ghosts. This is our origin point, our ground zero. Vietnam, in America, is a synonym away from war, from death. Yet the Vietnamese American community, our community, is living, is giving life to culture.
Người
In a 1996 essay on cultural identity and diaspora, cultural theorist Stuart Hall states that cultural identity is a matter of becoming as well as of being. It belongs to the future as much as to the past. It is not something which already exists, transcending place, time, history, and culture. Cultural identities come from somewhere, have histories. But like everything which is historical, they undergo constant transformation. Sorry to go all academic on you, but I promise I'm going somewhere with this. Actually, this quote reminds me of what we're doing here right now, in this moment. Being a part of VSA is doing just that, becoming. When we think about VSA, it's easy to fall back on the idea that we are preserving our culture, that we are holding on to traditions in order to keep them alive. After all, isn't this the reason VCN, Vietnamese Culture Night, exists? To remind ourselves of our past? But culture is not frozen in time. When we produce VCNs, celebrate that, participate in ACE, we are not preserving culture so much as we are building it. Authenticity, then, is not so much in what we do, but in the act of doing, of stumbling, of realizing that in true high school musical fashion, we are all in this together. So I would like to propose another definition of home, one that rounds out all the edges and fits us a little bit better.
I would describe home with this word, warm.
Loving, acceptance, love, and like nostalgia.
Safe. A safe space, an inclusive space.
Comfy.
Where I feel accepted.
I can feel comfortable with myself.
Place that I've grown up. It's a place I always look forward to.
A fun time with my friends and family.
People that I can identify with.
Really where people still love for you.
People that I can count on.
Always there for you.
I'd say that home is with VSA.
Home is a community from which we grow together.